Hi, and welcome to another PCGS webinar. Today we're going to be taking a look at 10 coins almost everyone wants, but probably can't have. There are rare coins out there and there are valuable coins out there, but the ones we're going to talk about today are what we'll call the unobtainable coins. While there are some very valuable coins out there, and most of you are familiar with the coins such as the $04 or the 13 Liberty Nickel or the Brasher doubloon, all of which are worth, from $2 to $5 million generally. If you want one of those coins, chances are one or two is going to pop up during the course of a decade. You have to wait a while, but they do show up. The coins such as that we're going to talk about here virtually never show up. There may be one or two coins on here that have sold in the past, but as a general rule, these coins are not going to be available to the collecting public. Again, some of them have been offered, but that's going to be pretty much a once-in-a-lifetime deal. One thing they have in common: if you want to own one, you're in for a very, very long wait. So we'll get started by taking a look at the first of our 10 unobtainable coins. This is the New England 3 pence, currently unique and residing in the Massachusetts Historical Society. All the New England coinage is rare. The shillings turn up from time to time. The 6 pence coin, I believe there are 8 known examples, but the hold 3 pence that you're looking at here is absolutely unique. Now, who knows what the future holds? Some lucky person with a metal detector looking around Massachusetts area may get lucky one of these days, but for now, the only one of these to be seen is in the Massachusetts Historical Society. Our next coin is a Templeton Reed $10 gold piece made from California gold. It is currently unique, and it resides in the National Numismatic Collection in the Smithsonian. Templeton Reed struck most of his gold coins in Georgia around 1830. But 19 years later, around 1849, he struck some supposedly from California gold. Now, he was never out in California, but apparently he used California gold in these. And there were 2 denominations struck, a $10 gold piece and a $25 gold piece. The $25 gold piece disappeared from the U.S. Mint cabinet in 1858 and has not been seen since. The 10, however, once again is unique and can be seen in the National Numismatic Collection. Our next coin should look familiar as a type coin anyway. It's a $3 gold piece. However, this one's dated 1870 with an S on the back. Again, it is currently unique in the possession of the Bass Foundation collection. Rumor had it that one of these coins was placed in the cornerstone of the San Francisco Mint. However, it is generally acknowledged today that these coins are unique. This coin has traded in the past, passing through the hands of William Wooden, Waldo Newcomer, and of course Louis Eliasberg owned it for a long time. And Bass purchased it from the Eliasberg sale, and it has resided in his collection since. He's since passed away, and it is now in his foundation. Whether it will ever be again available for sale is a matter of conjecture, but it seems unlikely anytime soon. Most of you have heard of the famous Brasher doubloons. There are 2 types, the EB on the breast and the EB on the wing. Brasher was a friend of George Washington, and was a gold worker in the New York area. Why he only made 1 half doubloon, or at least only one is known, we don't know. But the single known Brasher half doubloon is unique in, again, the National Numismatic Collection in Washington, D.C. So this is a coin that you can admire but probably can't own. Our next choice was a bit controversial. It's the enigmatic 1964D peace dollar. 316,000 of these were struck in Denver in 1965. All were reported to have been returned and melted. But the facts are that they were released for a day, and the people were supposed to bring them back the following day. Whether they all returned, we don't know. They were melted by weight. And rumor has it that there are some out there. However, they're unlikely to surface anytime soon, as they would be subject to confiscation. So there's been no example yet seen, but once again, it's widely believed that some may be out there. You're obviously looking at a Photoshop mock-up, so this is not really one that you're seeing, but this is pretty close to what it would look like if it did exist. In fifth place is the 1907 Ultra High Relief 20. This is a pattern coin. Used to be Judd 1779, renumbered to 1917. This is an interesting coin in that it is the diameter of a $10 gold piece or an eagle, but the planchet is double thick. There are two of these known again, both in the National Numismatic Collection. Apparently in May 1907, 13 were originally struck. But these were technically illegal coins because it was against the law to strike a different denomination coin of the same metal and diameter. And obviously this was the diameter of a $10 gold piece, yet it was a $20 gold piece. So it's believed that most if not all of the remaining coins were later destroyed. Of course, there are always rumors of a third piece floating around, but for now there are only two of these known, and again, both in the Smithsonian. Now, our next coin is a coin that has crossed the marketplace. This is the famous 1933 St. Gaudens double eagle, and at this time, it's the only example that is legal to own. This, of course, is the famous coin, the Fenton Farouk example, and was the subject of a lawsuit about a dozen years ago. The government relented and allowed the coin to be sold by stacks in 2002, where it brought about $7.5 million, which was divided between the owners and the government. There are 10 other specimens that were taken from the Langboard family by the government and presently being held, and recent court decisions have upheld the government's right to retain these coins. Also, the government holds a few also. So there may be upwards of 14 or 15 examples of 1933 20s in existence, but once again, this is the only one that can legally be owned. So at the present time, it is in a private collection and may or may not resurface again anytime soon. In third place is the 1877 half union in gold, Judd 1546 and 1548. There are two varieties of the half unions, one with a large head and one with a slightly smaller head. Both of the examples in gold are in the National Numismatic Collection. However, there are some gilt examples that can be had on the marketplace. They're worth considerably less, still quite a bit, but we would estimate that should these ever come on the market, they'd probably bring very close to 8 figures. These are pretty incredible coins. Once again, viewable in Washington, D.C. This coin here is another coin that has been on the market before. It's the famous 1907 Indian double eagle. Used to be known as Judd 1776, renumbered to 1905. It is a unique coin and currently in a private collection. it's passed through some rather important people in its lifetime. It was from the estate of Barber originally, where it's gone through Waldo Newcomer, FCC Boyd, King Farouk. Wilkeson owned the coin for a time during the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Then it was sold in 1973 and passed through the hands of a number of dealers for the next 10 years, including Paramount, A-Mark, Julian Liedman, Hancock, and Harwell. It is currently in a Northeastern collection, and the owner has turned down $15 million, so it is worth at least that, if not more. And whether it comes on the market again anytime in our lifetimes is, of course, a matter of conjecture. But it is a most rare coin, and one that is certainly a fascinating coin to look at. Our most valuable coin and number one choice for coins that you probably can't own, of course, is the well-known 1849 Liberty Double Eagle. It is, of course, unique in the National Numismatic Collection, and our estimated value of $15 million is very likely low. It's probably the most valuable coin in the world, although technically a pattern. Just as a bit of curiosity, the U.S. Mint turned down a $35,000 offer in 1909 from J.P. Morgan. And I need not remind you how much $35,000 for a coin was in 1909, when coins like the 1804 dollar were worth maybe a few $100s. This was a $35,000 coin. There were rumors, again, of a second example of this coin, apparently at one time in the possession of Stephen Nagy, a Philadelphia numismatist. However, this second example has never really been located or documented. So for the present time, you are looking at the unique 1849 Liberty Double Eagle. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this brief look at some of the U.S.'s most unobtainable and enigmatic coins, and we hope to see you again at another PCGS webinar sometime soon. Thanks very much.